One of the most important things that you can learn to build your relationship is to build good habits that make you emotionally strong. Habits are just the same as physical habits. They help you do something consistently over time, even if it isn't always what you'd want to do. The difference between habit is that habit gets built into our psyche over time, and we don't usually recognize that we have them. However, once you experience an emotional quality or trait, you begin to recognize it as part of who you are. You may have a very strong emotional bond with a person. Maybe you're close enough that you talk to them every day, and maybe they talk to you every day. But what about all those times when you are apart? How does that relationship feel? When you are apart from your partner, does your emotional quality get weaker? Does it start to slip away? It may not feel as strong as it did when you were together. This is because when you are apart, you have the opportunity to miss out on the emotional depth of your relationship. There may be some things that you miss out on simply by being apart, and this can lead to your relationship becoming weaker. If you want to get your relationship back on track, then you need to build these strong emotional ties again. There are many different things that you can do to regain your emotional quality. One of the easiest things that you can do is to practice being optimistic. Instead of thinking negative thoughts, try to think more positively about your relationship. There are many good habits that will help you recover from a breakup. The one thing that a lot of people forget about after a breakup is their emotional well-being. There is a big difference between healthy emotional well-being and unhealthy emotional well-being. A lot of people let their poor habits take control of their life, and this is a bad habit that needs to be broken. If you want to get your relationship back on track, then you need to develop a set of good habits. You need to get your mind in the right state of mind. Think happy and positive thoughts about your relationship, instead of dwelling on all of the things that you wish had never happened in the first place. Develop a good strategy to keep your mind healthy, so that it is always positive. Developing a good strategy to recover from a breakup is one of the most important things that you can do to regain your emotional strength. You want to make sure that you are doing all of the things that you can to maintain your emotional strength. When you are in a bad mood, you want to avoid picking fights and being argumentative. The best thing that you can do to develop good habits that make you emotional stronger is to avoid arguing with anyone over anything, no matter how much they are wrong. The more arguments that you can get through to start with, the better chance that you have of getting back together with your ex. This will help you build up a little bit of respect for each other. People who are able to remain calm when they are around other people that they like have a better chance at keeping the people around them happy. If you are able to get this kind of control over your emotions, then you can have some really great success with whatever it is that you wish to achieve in your life. There are habits that make you emotionally weak. They don't make you weak physically, but they do hurt your mental strength. When you have low self-esteem and/or low confidence, you may be prone to having habits that make you weak emotionally. This can lead to lower self-esteem, depression, anxiety, lack of interest in things that used to bring enjoyment into your life, and the constant worry about the quality of your life. Let's look at some of the habits that make you weak mentally. Lack of empathy. The simple habit of caring and sharing is one of the simplest ways to connect with other people. However, if you don't show caring and sharing to others, they will probably not care and share with you either. So this can lead to a cycle where you feel detached from others, then start resenting him, and eventually they will start to resent you. Procrastination. We all have habits that are holding us back. Some are pretty subtle, like being too lazy or not getting enough sleep. Other times, our habits are more obvious. Like, say, eating every 3 hours or eating 3 large meals. But the thing is, by not getting adequate rest, you deprive your body of certain nutrients and minerals that give you energy and make you feel good. Eating habits that make you emotionally weak. One thing that will contribute to your weakness is overeating. Overeating is the leading cause of obesity. Another habit that contributes to your weakness is compulsive emotional eating. Basically, all of our emotional eating is compulsive. It is a sign of depression. Personal success habits that make you emotionally weak. A big part of personal success is self-discipline. There is a very common belief that you must be a really good student or a really good worker in order to be successful. The truth of the matter is, you can be successful without a lot of education or without a ton of hard work. You simply need to focus on your end goal and ignore the perception that others have of you. For example, if you want to lose weight, you don't have to attend a fancy college or be super intelligent. Lack of intimacy. Do you love spending time with your significant other? Have you ever felt that you were a little less emotionally connected to them because you were always alone? Well, this is one of the biggest causes of emotional problems in marriages or relationships. The thing is, we get comfortable in relationships where we are emotionally closable with our partner. And, when there is an imbalance in the connection, it leads to a breakdown in communication and in the marriage or relationship. Unfaithfulness. Infidelity is another huge cause for emotional issues. When one spouse cheats, it is usually the woman who is left feeling hurt and angry. But, this does not have to happen to you. If you are the one who has an affair, then it's time for you to start standing up for yourself and fighting for what is yours. These are just a few of the habits that make you emotionally weak. Now, you have to commit to changing these habits and develop healthier, more satisfying ways to connect with the people in your life. Yes, it will take some effort and hard work on your part, but it can be done. If you want to be happy and successful, you have to avoid these weak habits. You can do it. It is up to you.
Thank you for being with us to the end. You can be anywhere in the world now and you chose to stay with us. We truly appreciate it.